Hi there, and I am back. It is, time again for another cooking video. This time, I'm going to make steak and eggs, which I've made before, but I've never, the first time, when I did the video with the steak tortillas, when I made the when I had cut up an onion, I bought a bag of onions, but now I'm like, okay, I have a little bag of onions. I guess they last a while, like potatoes, so I guess I can use them in cooking. But now I'm trying to think of stuff to put onion in. So yeah, I think so I've made steak and eggs before, but I'm gonna chop up an onion. I don't know if I'm gonna chop up the whole onion, maybe I will, and put it in the scrambled eggs. I had one more pepper left from when I made the chicken fajitas and the steak fajitas. When I made the chicken fajitas, I put the pepper in, but it went moldy, so I won't be using that. I was gonna put that in the eggs too. So on my cooking journey, that's what I need. I went and bought pepper, like a little pepper grinder. So, look at me go. I got some steak spice I'm gonna rub into the steak. I already had that. And, so I thought I'd cut up this onion. Cut up the onion, and then I'll start grilling the steak, and then when the steak's done, I'll put the eggs in. I'm gonna make scrambled eggs, and do that. Oh, I forgot a plate. I tried to get everything ready before I started this. So we'll do that. Update on the editing. So I tried the first video I made where I was making that tea or whatever it was when I was sick that I've mentioned before. I tried to edit it on I have an iPhone 10, that's what I'm recording this on, and I tried to edit it on that a bit, like trim the video, and then I did it, but I thought I did it, I saved it, but then it was like back to the video unedited. So still working on that. By the time you watch all these, they'll be edited, because I'm not going to put them up on YouTube without them being edited. But I did download iMovie, so I'm excited about that. I haven't opened it yet or tried to use it, but I did download it, so I'm gonna try to do that. And that's exciting. So that's where I'm at with the editing. I downloaded iMovie, and I only have a few dishes tonight. I did some dishes. That's all I got right there, just some pots and pans. So doing pretty good with the dishes. Yeah, so I hope you had a good weekend. It's Sunday night. I was gonna do this Friday night, but I didn't get around to it. So, got a beer, because I can't have steak and eggs without a beer. I mean, you can, but I can't. So, I think I need to peel this more. Maybe not. This is really... Oh my gosh, still haven't sharpened my knives. That's a... Ooh. Still gotta do that, but, they're working, so that's good. clean that up later, but you know, I can edit all this out if I ever get around to editing or figure out how to do it. Okay, wait. Forgot to do something. Okay, there's still a layer of... Ooh! There we go. This is what I mean to get this layer. I didn't want this on here. So let's peel this off. I could prep all these vegetables before I started filming, but I feel, oh jeez, I feel that's part of the, you know, the fun filming process with you guys. Or even cutting up the vegetables. Or vegetable. Because now this, there, wouldn't get off my finger. Okay. So, cut this in two. Gee, I can't remember already how to do this. Okay. Ooh, maybe I'll just try to slice them this time. Because I'm just gonna dice them all up. The last one never works out well. Okay, we got most of it. I could get the end done. Oh, and there goes the eyes. My eyes are starting to sting. Okay. So, I mean, I hope you guys are liking these. I mean, you know, look at that. I'm gonna have to learn how to cut the end of an onion because it just gets away from you. Oh, look, kind of did that one. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of onion. I need a larger knife. I don't even know what knives they use. Yeah, I think I just failed. I was in cooking school. I think I just failed right here. So let's do this. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to eat them all anyway. This is going to be one oniony scrambled eggs. Look at all this onion. My goodness. I'm going to have to look up how long an onion lasts because I don't want to be buying, I mean, it was a good price. That's why I bought them. But I don't want to be buying, oh my eyes. I don't want to be buying, you know, a bag of, I mean, it's not that large of a bag. I'm going to be buying like a bag of onions if they go bad quickly. But I mean, if they last a while, you know, I feel like this is a lot of onion for scrambled eggs. But, well, here we are. We're going to use the whole, oh my goodness, my eyes are stinging. Oh my goodness. Oh, that stings. Oh my, I get tears in my eyes. Okay. So, with finesse, I chopped these up. I should get a food processor. I think I had one at some point in my life, but I don't know. I've been married twice, so I might have had a food processor at some point. I can't even remember what I used to own anymore or not. It's just all a blur. Anyone who's been married here before, or married more than once, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I'll find stuff in my cupboards and be like, oh, I didn't know I owned this. But, yeah. I used to have a blender, but I gave it to my friend for a Christmas present because her blender broke. So I gave it to her because I never used it. I didn't use it. It was such a long time since I used it that when she first used it, it wasn't smoking. It gave off like a weird smell. It's almost like there was dust in it or something. She said it works fine now, but yeah, so I don't know. Okay. I think that is, ooh, it's slimy. I think that's good. Okay, so that's our onion. All right. Now, from the other videos, oh, excuse me. Okay, I don't think I need these. get my towel. My trusty cooking towel. I forgot to get that too. Okay. So the onion's done. That's the onion. And, yeah, ooh, my eyes. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So from the other videos, it seemed like when I went back and rewatched them, it seemed like you guys could see pretty good what I was doing over there. So I won't move the camera this time like I did last time. Yeah. So let's do the steak. Okay. Steak. I got a top sirloin steak. That's what we're using tonight. Now. Okay, so I grabbed this plate because I was going to use it for... Actually, you know what? I'm still going to use it for... to eat off of. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to kind of open steak. Okay, so throw that in there. Let me just get steak all over my stove. Okay, I thought I was more prepared here, but I guess I'm not. Okay, be right back. I gotta wash my hands. I'm really enjoying making these. I'm really enjoying the cooking aspect of it and being with you, and thank you once again for watching. Yeah, it's really cool. Thank you very much. I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun too. And I hope you discover cooking like me. I say discover because really, that was a weird noise. It sounded like my smoke alarm chirped or something. Yeah, I hope, I mean, if you're just like happen upon this on YouTube and you, you know, you start watching it and you don't cook, maybe you'll be like, hey, I'm going to try this cooking thing with Rob. He looks like he's having fun. So, yeah. Okay, so, I got to get a plate. Okay, this will be my food plate. So this will be, okay. So I was going to put this in the frying pan and do this. Usually when it's cooking, I just sprinkle the steak spice on top of it. But I think this time I'm going to rub the steak spice into it. Like I've seen people do that, like rub. So I'm going to put that steak onto this plate. Maybe we'll do this a bit. Is that going to work? Oh, you know what? We'll move the onions for now. That's a pile of onions. Okay, there we go. So, okay, steak spice. Open that. Okay. I'm gonna try to do this so I lift up the steak with like one hand, so I don't have to. I don't like getting I'm thinking I don't want to get raw steak all over my steak spice container. So, yeah. That is a way bigger piece of steak than I thought it was. Okay. So now we're going to do this. Okay, I've never done this before either. Let's see how this works. How do they rub it in? I guess you just push it in and rub it around. Does that make sense? Kinda. I don't really think I'm doing this right, but it's kind of working, I guess. All right. Ooh. A lot of steak spice. Okay. Let's push it in. Like that. I don't know why I'm bothering to rub it, but I'm sure there's a different way to do a rub. I've heard about people doing a rub on, like, you know, I was gonna say a rub on meat, but get your mind out of the gutter. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Do a rub. I'm gonna have to maybe research that, how people do a rub on like a roast or a ribs or something. Okay, so that's prepared. I'm gonna heat this up. I'm gonna move this, put this in the fridge. Put that in the fridge because it's not garbage day. Start heating this. I'm going to heat this, the pan. I'll wash my hands and I'll come back. Let's do that. So put on about half. If anyone's never fried a steak before. So if I was at a restaurant, I would ask for sometimes I ask for rare, but lately I've been asking for medium rare. I always try to get my steak like that when I cook it myself, but I'm not good at figuring that out. So I kind of, I'll cook it for a bit, and you'll see later, I'll be cutting it in half, trying to see if it's, because I don't want it raw, right? But I don't want it too cooked. So, yeah, ooh, I forgot. It's steak sauce too. There we go. Get that out. Okay, I'll be right back. I was just thinking that if say someday I became a famous YouTuber, I mean, here I make my 4th video saying this already, but I think I would just still make it like this. With the same lighting from my light up here, from my, whatever that's called, ceiling light. Yeah, it feels more, not that there's anything wrong with getting, more polished and more lights and stuff, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just have it like this the entire way. Like if it's 10 years from now and I'm still doing these, it'll just be like this. I don't know if I'll still be in the same apartment, but probably will be. I mean, I've been here for 17 years. Yeah. Oh, I need some cooking spray. Let's put that in. Okay, I'm gonna keep it on low because I really don't want to turn the oven fan on because you won't be able to hear me. I'm sure. So I went up in the rain tonight to buy this beer. Walked up to the store. Yeah, I ran out of beer. I was like, I can't eat steak and eggs with a beer. I just can't. Myself personally. Okay, that seems quite hot. Let's... I forgot I needed these. I thought I had everything ready, but I guess I didn't. Okay, let's put this in so I'm gonna go wash my hands again. So half the steak spice came off from the plate. So that's interesting. Okay, whatever lives in the sewers can have some steak spice. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, so we get the onions chopped, that's cooking. So once the steak is cooked, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the same pan, this is what I do for the scrambled eggs. So I'll put the eggs in, I'll throw the onions in and see how it goes. I've never cooked onions with eggs before, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Sure, it'll be fine. That's the fun of it. So I've been trying to think of how to do this more streamlined, so there's not this time where I just talk to you, because I want it to get boring. But maybe you like it. Maybe you like me just like I said before. Like if you were here and we were just hanging out in my kitchen, this would be like what we would be doing, just waiting for the food to cook. So yeah. And I mean, once I get good at editing, it might be a little, I can cut out all the boring parts. Okay. Flip this. Ooh, yeah, okay. So I have it down pretty low. I turned it down to 4. Okay. And like the last 2 videos, you gotta stay tuned at the end for my orgasmic taste test. The yogurt commercial. Yeah. And you know what? Right now I could be putting like the eggs in a bowl and whisking them, and actually I want to whisk, which is surprising from one of my marriages probably. But you know what? I think I'm just gonna like crack the eggs right in the pan, and I have the pepper too. I don't know if I want to add the pepper while it's cooking or add the pepper at the end. I think I'll just put the pepper on at the end, like when it's done. And oh, I need a spatula. There we go, a spatula. I can still smell those onions. Okay, we got this for the eggs. I'll put them on top of the eggs there, okay. Yeah. Cooking with Rod, cooking with Rod. Okay, so that's cooking. How many eggs do I have here? I have 8 eggs. I once scrambled a dozen eggs. That was, I don't know why I did that, but I ate them all. Big giant plate of 12 eggs I ate. I mean, you can tell the guy who enjoys eating. Yeah, and drinking beer. That's part of it. So yeah, it's. I'm trying to think of a story to tell you. I should have thought of a story before I started this. I didn't. I totally forgot that. Oh, here's this. Okay, here's a story I'll tell you. When I was a kid, in grade 2, we had just moved, and our house wasn't being done yet. Wasn't finished being built, so we lived in a motel for 6 weeks, and so the motel was, I mean, in Bedford, and my school's in Sackville. If anyone's familiar with Bedford and Sackville in the Halifax Regional Municipality, that's you'll know the distance. I'm trying to think of a distance of that if you're not from here. I can't think of one. It's pretty far away. It was maybe half hour by car? No, 20 minutes, something like that. It was a while. When you're in grade 2, it seemed like it was a year. Yeah, so in the morning, we only had one car because my mom didn't work and my dad worked. And she was like a stay-at-home mom. And I don't know if my brother was in school yet or not. My younger brother, I'm not sure. Because he never did this. It was just me. Or maybe he went to preschool somewhere else or something. I don't know. Anyway, so my dad would drop me in the morning off at school. But I'd be done school before he was done work for the day. So I would get a cab from the school back to the motel. And oh goodness. Yeah, so every day after school, my parents would give me money, or my dad, or my mom, or my dad would give me money, for school, for the cab, the tip and everything. And after school, I would go into the office, and I'd be like, "Can you call me a cab?" like a little kid from New York or something. And then I would just wait outside as all the kids went and caught a bus or walked home or whatever. The parents picked them up, and I would just wait there by myself for my cab to come. And it would pull up, and I'd get in and just get a cab ride home. This happened for like 6 weeks. And yeah, so yeah, it's me. It was pretty awesome, Hopped in my cab, it felt kind of cool, like the only kid taking a cab home. So that was fun. That was the 80s for you. If anyone's younger, didn't grow up in the 80s. The 80s was a fun time. Okay. So. It's getting to that point now where I think it might be okay. This is where I have to cut it open. Okay. This might be... I feel like Napoleon's uncle and Napoleon Dynamite is always frying steaks up. So... Glass is off. Let's cut through the... Oh, geez. Take that off the heat. Smells good. Let's cut through the thickest part. Let's see how done this is. Oh, oh yeah, it's pretty rare still. Yeah, that's not done yet. No, that would be like, that's pretty rare. It's too rare for me. So, I mean, I'm sure it's fine if you ate it like that, but, or maybe not, I'm not sure. Put that back there. Okay, even though I'm sure this steak juice is fine on the plate here, I'm still a bit nervous about raw meat, so I'm just gonna give that a rinse. Woo. Almost broke the plate. Okay. Dry that off with some paper towel. There we go. I'm sure that's fine now. I was watching a cooking show the other day, and I'm always amazed where, like, the guy had his little, like, the towel on his pants, and then he, like, touched some raw pork, and then he just kind of wiped his hand on the towel and then kept cooking. And I was like, ooh, trichinosis. I would be, if I had a cooking show, like, on TV, like, each episode would be, like, 2 hours long, because I'd be washing my hands for about an hour of it. So, okay, so that's what I do. I could use a meat thermometer, but you have to check, so I just take it off, I cut it. If anyone's never done this before, I don't know why I pointed at me. Yeah. So the thickest part, it was still a little pink in the middle, a little too pink. If I knew more about how to cook a steak, it's probably rare at this point, but so I think I'm going for like medium rare around there, like okay. So it's cooking more now. Okay. So I think a few more minutes it should be good, and then we'll do the eggs. Now, I don't know if this is a great way to do this, because while my steak is sitting here getting cold, then I'm cooking eggs. So this probably isn't the proper way to do this, but I like putting my eggs in all the steak spice and the steak juice, kind of, mix it all around, and you get, supposed to get steak spice in your eggs, which I did once a time before. It was pretty good. Yeah. So let that. Yeah. It's probably going to end up being medium, maybe, I think. I really got to learn how to cook steak better. I love steak and eggs, and I still don't know how to. Like, I don't know what's like I'm sure I could just Google this, but I'm never sure what's like the amount of pink you can have in a steak that's okay where it's rare, as opposed to it still being raw and you're just eating raw meat. Like, because I don't want to do that. See, all this is what I want to put in the eggs, all this drippings. Okay, I think this is pretty much almost done. Like a few more minutes. We'll just, not even a few, like a minute maybe, I'll leave it on there. Mm. I feel like this video is going to require a lot of editing. There's a lot of pauses where I'm not talking. Because I'm like, what do I talk about? I'm cooking steak. I don't know. Hope you had a good weekend. If you have weekends off, I've worked jobs where I don't have weekends off, so if you don't, I feel ya. I know what it's like. But I don't know, something about having the weekend off. It really feels good. It feels nice. I'm sorry to rub that into anyone who doesn't have the weekend off, but well, then if it's like, if you have like Tuesday or Monday and Tuesday off, then you could be like, well, you gotta go to work Monday and Tuesday. I don't, because I work all weekend. And I get to do weekday stuff. Anytime I've ever had a job where I would have a weekday off because I work the weekend, I would always feel like if I was out walking around, people were either thinking like I was like unemployed, or like, you know, maybe that guy's a writer or something. He doesn't like go to work. He just sits at home and writes novels, which felt pretty cool. Yeah, but I mean, these days everyone works from, not everyone, but a lot of people work from home, so I don't know if people think like that anymore. Okay, so this is probably done. Not probably, it is, I'm gonna say. Flip it once more, just to kind of fry it up there. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, so that's good. The pink's all gone. So that's done. Steak's done. Ooh, that's hot. If you're using a cast iron frying pan like I am, the handle gets really hot. Just be careful of that. Yeah, okay, so now the eggs. So since we're gonna have to constantly be scrambling them, it'll probably be me actually doing something instead of just standing here. Okay. There's one, two. How many are gonna make? 3. 4. Oh, geez. Okay, we'll do 4 eggs. Because I just remembered I still need to have something for breakfast. Okay, I need to wash my hands. Because I don't want salmonella from raw eggs. Okay. So, that's done. Move that back. I need an oven mitt. Okay. Oh, I just splashed the stove with egg. It looks like a seagull flew by. Okay, so scrambling the eggs. Now, let's dump in all of these onions. Oh, that's a lot of onions, but let's do it all. Oh. Oh my gosh, this is mostly gonna be fried onions. I think I'd be making liver. I should do liver sometime. Where's my oven mitt? Okay. See, this is the... Oh my goodness. Okay. So this is the frenzy I usually, here I'll go this way, frenzy I usually experience with cooking, because I can't do it that way. Okay, so I have quite a few onions actually on the stove. Maybe I'll move the phone over a bit so you can see me a bit better. Oh, don't fall, phone. Can you see me a bit better from? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's better. Turn it up a bit. I don't know if this is going to be very good. There's a lot of onions in this. Next time I'm just going to use half an onion. This is a lot of onion. And it's really hard to tell too, like when the actual egg is done, because I dumped all the onion in and I'm trying to tell. Oh my goodness, I'm getting so much on my stove. Okay. I think this is done. I'm getting so much on the floor too. This is why I'm not very good at cooking. Okay, so I got a lot of food everywhere. Okay. So, it hardly looks like there's any egg in there. Like, let's do a little, see what I'm talking about? Mostly onions. Yeah. Put that back. So live and learn. Okay. So we got the steak here. Steak, push that over there. And now we're gonna put, oh my gosh, can I even fit all this on the plate? This is like a plate full of egg and onion. I forgot that. I was gonna make more egg, like put more egg in this, but that's heavy. Oh my goodness, that's a heavy pan. So I'm putting it all on. Let's just do it. There we go. Oh my goodness, look at this. Wow. That is something. Okay, so that's on. That's a full plate. Okay. So pepper. Let's do that. Pepper on the eggs and onion. This isn't grinding the pepper very well, but oh, it's working now. Okay. So pepper. We'll do that. Some steak sauce on the steak. Do that, or as they call it in the UK, brown sauce. And oh, I have ketchup. Ketchup for the eggs also. Oh my goodness. Wow, okay. All right. So there we have it. Twirl it around, steak and eggs. There we go. Steak, eggs, and eggs with a lot of onion. A lot of onion. If you make this, I would probably say use half an onion. I wouldn't use a whole onion like I just did there. But, all right, here we go. So a bit of steak. And, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Maybe try to put some egg on it. You know what? I'm gonna do the steak first. Let's do that. Let's see how the steak is. Oh,
Okay, I did a good job. Oh my gosh, this is the most tender steak I've ever made. I think I got it. It's still like a little hint of pink. So I think I got it like medium rare. I think I did it. Oh, beautiful. All right. Now, let's try the scrambled onions. Pretty much. Wow, that's a lot of onion. I'm trying to swallow the steak. Oh, I didn't do the face. There we go, my yogurt. All right. That's not bad. It's better than I thought it was going to be. There is a lot of crunchy onion, but it's good. It was really good with the egg. Oh, I like that. Maybe you do want to use a whole onion. Wait, do it again. Because I didn't do the face. Oh, yeah. All right. So that's it for this time. Thanks for joining me once again. And hopefully by the time, well, they will be. I'm not going to put these on YouTube. It's once again 47 minutes, like the first video I did with the steak fajitas. Yeah. So hopefully I'll see you next time. We'll cook something else and see how it goes. All right, everyone. Thanks. Bye.